there are many exhibition rooms. And also they like to do free illegal volunteers, free out the lobby. And also some people like to get married in there, so it's well worth the visit. So they first started to build that building in 1898 and they finished it in 1906, so it took 8 years to complete. Then let's fact about Belfast. You know Belfast has got 7 different types of rain. We sure do. We've got Monday rain, Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, Thursday rain, Friday rain, and so on. And as you can see, the rain's just over in one hour. So can you all understand me okay, or should I go into subtitles? Okay, I'll do the subtitles. Just coming up down the left hand side, you'll see a yellow dome. That yellow dome is up in the Victoria Square shopping centre. And then if you look straight ahead, you will see our overclock. And we're back in nearly 2000s. Our overclock was our very own equivalent to the leading tower in Pisa because it was listed left to right. The reason why it was listed to left to right for it was built in the late 1800s. It was built on partially reclaimed ground from the River Farset. It was built with wooden support, so with all those combinations, the building began to list from left to right. And the regular, in case that large blue fish, you will end up with a mountain of knowledge, and then yes, you can end up being as smart as me. So on this side of the river, we are County Down, and as we cross over the Queen Elizabeth Bridge next, we will then be in County Down, and as you know, there are 6 counties in the whole of Northern Ireland. This is us now in the good old County Down. So if we look straight ahead now, coming up, you will see a large ground building. This is our Odyssey. Inside our Odyssey building, we have got a large concert hall. We have got a W5 Science Park in there where they teach all the kids about science, and also in there they've got an ice hockey rink. They have got their own ice hockey team. They are called the Belfast Giants. But when they first came here, they wanted to be known as the Belfast Bombers. But you couldn't very well call them the Belfast Bombers after 30 years of violence here. So thankfully they had a rethink, and then decided to call themselves the Belfast Giants, which is a much better and a more appropriate name. This is our starboard, and this is where Northern Ireland is governed from. left hand side, you can see the two cranes out of the mold. If you look at the top cross members of the cranes, you can see the letters HW, which represents out of the mold. But I like those letters to represent hello and welcome to your tours, to your beautiful city. When the last time the shipyard was for sale, Fred Olsen was looking to buy the company. So can you imagine if Fred Olsen did buy the company, took down the letters from the cranes HW, replaced the letters with the letters FO? I could make something totally different, but I would be much too polite to say that. So the first crane on our right here is called Simpson, the second one is called Goliath. The first one came in 1969 and the second one came in 1974. So they've been part of Belfast skyline for over 50 years. You'll see a large brown building. This used to be the drafts drawing room where they do all the plans for Titanic and all its sister ships. But recently it has been turned into a hotel, and now it is called the Titanic Hotel. And if you look at the right hand side of the hotel, you will see the bus. Down your left hand side, you can see our Titanic studios. That's where HBO filmed film scenes where the film became on film. So currently, they're making a film in there, and the film is called How to Train Your Dragon. So we just look down your right hand side again, you can see the size of the crane Goliath. You can just imagine the great lifting power that crane has got. And that crane can move independently up and down the drag dock of this stuff off and on the ships as needed. Straight ahead there now you will see a large grey battleship that is called HMS Caroline, that is famous for the Battle of Dublin back in 1916. And it's hard to believe that that ship has been above the water for as long as the Titanic has been on the water. So coming up ahead on our second set of dropping lights, this will be our stop for the Titanic Museum. If you are making your way to the museum once I stop, just walk forward to the next set of traffic lights. Cross over to the right hand side of the street and aim for that large silver building on the right hand side. And then if you come back to the stop, our bus will be every 20 minutes or less. And our last bus will come here this evening at 10 minutes past 4. Stop by for the Titanic Museum, the Titanic experience, if you do want to get off. Belfast City Centre, and if you look at the far side of the bridge on the left hand side, you will see a sculpture. That sculpture is called the Big Onboard. But the people of Belfast have got many different names for it. They call it Nilla with the Nilla, the thing with the ring, or Janet on the planet. So if you just look down your left hand side, you will see a large circular building, and that is our waterfront concert hall. Just coming up shortly on our right hand side, you will see a large glass rocker building. This is our Royal Court of Belfast. You can tell this was built after 1996 after the Good Friday Agreement when there was no more trouble, no more bombings. This van of approach during the dribbles and this onto the bomb outside it. All that glass on the right hand side now will disappear in the explosion. So the next building coming up on the same side is the High Court of Belfast. If you take a look at the High Court, you will see a 10-foot bomb blast wall built in the front. This was built during the troubles when they were planted a fan bomb outside it and the bomb exploded. The explosion hit the wall. The wall will make the explosion go skywards, leaving the building unscathed. So our next stop coming up around the corner is for St George's Market. St George's Market is open on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And recently I've won a prize of the best indoor market in the whole of the British Isles. And it sells everything from a needle to a anchor. So this is a stop here if anyone does want to get off. Down the right hand side you will see a pump with a large clock at the front of it. Can you see what time it is? It's Guinness time. It's always Guinness time here. We don't need an excuse for a Guinness. So this would be where a lot of the students from Queen's University, so this would be where all the great party houses are. I don't like driving up the street because this street is full of speed humps. I have a great fear of speed humps. But as you can see, I'm slowly getting over it. heading down to their international football games. Another famous woman from Belfast, a woman called Ruby Murray, after the Korean Bush, and she was famous for having 5 hits in the UK music charts, all at the one time.